today, we're here to open a new Scudder Pavilion to celebrate the opening of that, and as well as all of those projects that we have accomplished in the last 25 years, and of those projects yet to be completed. When I was asked to kind of represent this group, I was thinking of a few things, what to say, and that word, who defines us, really kind of captured my attention. In Hawaiian, ohana means family. And it's not family that you're connected by blood, but it is referred to the extended families that we often use as a camp cousin would be that of ohana. When we open this pavilion, you'll notice that there are a lot of words in here. But I'd like to propose that we add one more word to it, and I brought a small piece, and there's a word, ohana, that representing who we are.
Sang said, the word family, we're all connected one way or the other, and I think that's another illustration of it. But let me tell you the story of Scudders. It's an exciting story. The story really is about Ida Scudder, who is the daughter and granddaughter of missionaries who spent their lives in India, being missionaries. This is in the 1800s. And her parents were hoping that Ida would come to India and would take on the family tradition of being missionaries. I often wondered, when I think about that story, I think about the young, single, good-looking woman, Ida Scudder, standing on the docks in 1899, waiting to board the ship to take her to India to start all this. And I've often wondered, what must have gone through her mind at that time. She could have stayed here, she could have gotten married, she could have had kids, she could have been an important person in the society and led a life of comfort and maybe even luxury. And on the other side is this life of going back to India, of the land of heat and dust and humidity and all those things that she didn't like, but much more importantly, for a single woman to accomplish some things in a very male-dominated society. It must have been very, very difficult at every step of the way. And that was the two choices in that inflection point in her life. And I've always wondered, what were the thoughts in her mind as she was waiting to board that ship? Because once you are on that, you're pretty much charting a particular path. Well, she boarded the ship, and she made that choice of being other-centered, of thinking about someone else's needs and putting the needs of others ahead of her own comfort and having a longer time horizon. In other words, choosing the long-term good for others as opposed to the shorter-term conveniences or pleasures of self. And I think that is the essence of being a good Presbyterian, a good Christian, and a good human being. And on this day that you're dedicating the Scudder building, that's my wish for all of us, that when we have those inflection points in our life, big or small, that we have the courage to choose like Ida did.
And so recognizing that stepping away from home, being at camp is one of those places where inflection can happen, where little ideas can turn into a medical college and a hospital or a family. We are grateful to add this place back into the inventory of resources we have at Holmes. We recognize the spark that brought Sang to think about the first project and the 25th project. We think about Paul and the way he puts things together, and Alice and Chip and everybody else with or without a green hat who contributed to this project. You have enriched what happens here at summer camp. We add this back to the facilities that are being used to build people's faith, to give them the groundwork to be ready to say, yes, I'll go to India. Yes, I'll be back to help on a special project. Yes, I will follow a life of faith in one way or another. May your spark take you to as bright a place and as big a place as Ida Scudder.
Scudder Pavilion is now officially open for use. Thanks for everybody coming and being part of this historical moment.